Are you looking for legit online form filling jobs and want to know if it's even worth it? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael, and many viewers here on my channel have asked me about ways to find legit online form filling jobs, and therefore I decided to make this video. And let me just reveal right away that there are legit ways to make money by filling out forms or doing what some people call form filling jobs. However, there are also a lot of scams, so there's some very important things you need to understand before you go out and look for this type of jobs. And I will explain all this, and I will show you 4 realistic ways to earn this way. So before I show you the 4 legit and realistic ways to make money by doing what can be called form filling jobs, there are a few things you need to really be aware of, because most jobs or most places where you can find what is called form filling jobs, that's just scams. Because the reality is that most legit platforms that will offer the type of jobs, they do not call it online form filling jobs. They do in fact not call it form filling jobs. And if you go to Google and search for online form filling jobs, you will find mostly really poor options, and most of them scams, and some you even have to pay for and will never actually be able to earn anything. So there's a lot of weird things like that. And you can even find on job boards where you can see that they are looking for someone to do form filling jobs, and then they emphasize in it, and even on Google when you search that it's legit form filling job. And in a job post, if the employer has to say that this is legit, that's a good sign that there's something wrong. And in general, if someone wants you to pay to do or to get access to these form filling jobs, that's another sign that it's a scam. So there's just a lot of things to be aware of, and the main thing to be aware of is that usually you have to look for something else than online form filling jobs, because that is just not what platforms or companies that look for people to do different tasks call it. They call it usually something else. And I will show you that when we go over the 4 realistic ways to make money by doing this type of work. And there are definitely realistic ways to do that. So I will show you those 4 options now. And that's just 4 examples, but they are all great places to get started if you want to make some extra money like that. So the first platform I jump to is a job posting platform that's called FlexJobs. And if you search for online form filling jobs here, you will not find any options. But instead, if you search for words about data entry, there are a lot of platforms or a lot of jobs. You can see that currently there are more than 1,000 different positions if you search for data entry. So that's usually you need to use words like data entry or data collection or typing jobs and things like that, because you will usually not get paid for filling out forms. You will be paid to do data entry. That can be a part of filling out documents. It can be to fill out forms or formulas in Excel. It can be all kind of copy paste. That is what data entry is, and that's what you need to look for, some kind of positions like that. I'll show more examples of that later, but this is just one platform that has a lot of different tasks you can see if you just scroll through. But as you can also see, most of these, they are in the US, but there are also some in different other countries. So there are different options, and some of the other options I will show you are just available in more or less all countries. So this is one place. Again, do not look for online form filling jobs because you will not find any. But let's move on to some of the other great options. So the next option is called Fiverr, which is one of the most popular online freelance platforms, and it's a great place to offer your services more or less no matter what type of work you're looking for, because people are looking for so many type of work or help on this platform. So you can just find more or less no matter your skills. But if you're looking for online form filling jobs, again, you will not really usually find any good jobs. But if you do something like typing jobs, you can see there's right now more than 3,000 people. Like right now I'm showing you the people that are offering it, but you can see how many different jobs they have done. So people are hiring you to do that. But also data entry, search for that, typing job, data collection, things like that on Fiverr. Then you can see suddenly there's a lot of people offering that. This person has been hired more than 300 times, 42 times, 317 times, 232. So you can see there's a lot of people hiring people to do data entry type of work or filling out forms, doing all kind of things on Fiverr, so it's a great place, and this is international, so you can join no matter the country you live in. You need to join as a Fiverr seller, and you need to create a profile and create a job to get hired and set it up correctly. I have a full video where I explain how to set up your Fiverr seller account, the best possible ways to get the most jobs. I will leave a link in the top corner so you can check that out. But Fiverr, definitely a great place to find work like this. The next platform is also a freelance platform called People Per Hour. Again, you can see a lot of different categories that people can potentially find work in, and if you search for data entry, again, that is what you should be looking for: data entry, data collection, things like this. You can see something called data collection, and these are examples of different jobs like that, so you can see there's quite a bit of work on this platform also. So that's another great option, and I'll show you several options, several different platforms, because it can be great to join a couple of different freelance platforms. Which one is the exact best for you? That depends on different preferences, and then overall I would say Fiverr is probably the biggest one with the most opportunities, but it can also be great to join a few more specialized or smaller ones depending on your location, because then you just get more exposure overall and more chances of getting work. And People Per Hour, you can see if you search for data entry right now, there's also more than 800 results. So there's also a decent amount of potential work here. We now have one more option, but before going over that, it would be great if you could just take 1 second to like this video, because it can help it to be seen by more people, and I would definitely appreciate that support. So the last option I want to show you is called Guru.com, and if you look for form filling, just to show you in general, if you look for these form filling jobs, that there's 2 results currently. So there is a couple of options coming up, but instead, if you, for example, try to search for data entry, then you can see then 41 results. So it's not as many options as some of the other platforms, but again, joining a few smaller ones can also be great to get more exposure, build up your earnings, your reputation, your everything there. So you can see that there are some different jobs options here, and they pay quite decently also. So that can be another way to find this type of work. So there's definitely plenty of options if you just know what to look for. Overall, as you can see, it is possible to make money with what people call online form filling jobs, but you need to be realistic and you need to be careful, because usually when you look for something called online form filling jobs, you will mostly encounter scams. So it's important that you know that what you should be looking for is usually jobs like data entry, data collection, things like that. And then a part of that is sometimes to fill out forms and doing other copy paste work. And then there are plenty of options. I just showed you 4 options to find data entry work, but there are a lot of options other than just this. And I also have a full list of some of the best data entry platforms on my website. I will leave a link below so you can go there and check that out to find more great ways to find data entry jobs and easily get started. So make sure to check that out. And also, if this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I see a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make some extra money on the side online.